Australia strengthens defences with arrival of new M1A2 SEP V3 Abrams tanks, a strategic move in response to Indo-Pacific tensions. The Australian Army has just received its latest main battle tank, the Abrams M1A2 SEP V3, as part of efforts to strengthen the country's defence capabilities. The tank symbolizes a major advancement in Australia's military capacity, which continues to upgrade weapons and combat technology to meet increasingly complex challenges in the Indo-Pacific region. As a country with close ties to the United States, Australia now has one of the most advanced combat platforms in the world to protect its national and regional interests. The newly received Abrams M1A2 SEP V3 tank is the latest model of the M1 Abrams tank variant that has proven its reliability on the battlefield. This delivery marks an important milestone in the modernization of Australia's military forces, especially in terms of ground defence capabilities. The tank comes with a range of upgrades that make it more lethal, efficient, and safe for the troops escorting it. The biggest improvements are seen in the combat equipment system, fire control, as well as better protection against threats on an increasingly diverse battlefield. The M1A2 SEP V3 has a highly advanced combat equipment system, with better sensors and fire control systems compared to previous variants. The ability to recognize and destroy targets with high accuracy, even in difficult terrain and adverse weather conditions, makes this tank a top choice for Australian troops. In addition, with a stronger early warning system and active protection, it can also reduce the risk of threats from missile attacks or enemy fire. The receipt of the Abrams M1A2 SEP V3 tank also demonstrates the closer defense relationship between Australia and the United States. As a strategic partner in the Indo-Pacific region, Australia relies heavily on U.S. military support, both in terms of advanced weapons supply and joint training. The delivery of this tank is a clear demonstration of both countries' commitment to maintaining stability in the region, which is facing increasing tensions, especially with China's growing influence in the region. Australia realizes the importance of having a military force that is ready to face various potential threats, both from large countries such as China and militant groups operating in the region. With the M1A2 SEP V3 tank, Australia now has a reliable combat platform to protect their sovereignty, while contributing to efforts to maintain peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. It will be particularly useful in carrying out complex ground missions, from conventional combat operations to peacekeeping missions in conflict-prone regions. This enhancement of Australia's defence capabilities also demonstrates the country's readiness to deal with threats that may come from countries with great military power. In recent years, Australia has reinforced its armed forces with a range of advanced equipment, including F-35 fighter aircraft and more modern warships. The Abrams M1A2 SEP V3 tank adds to Australia's ground forces, which previously had Abrams M1A2 tanks, which will now be replaced with the latest version that is superior in various aspects. The decision to replace the M1A2 tank with the M1A2 SEP V3 is also driven by the need to keep up with rapid technological developments. The M1A2 SEP V3 brings many updates, such as a more advanced communication system and a more efficient battle management system. With these capabilities, it can operate more effectively in situations that require high coordination between various military units in the field. The ability to integrate intelligence data in real time will provide a great advantage in planning and executing more organized attacks. In addition, the improved protection system on the M1A2 SEP V3 makes the tank more resistant to modern threats such as missile-based anti-tank weapons. It is equipped with an active protection system that can detect and counter threats coming from multiple directions. With these upgrades, Australian troops can now fight with more confidence, knowing that they are behind a highly reliable protection system. Overall, the presence of these Abrams M1A2 SEP V3 tanks in the Australian Army's inventory reflects the country's increased ability to deal with various defence challenges that may arise in the future. Australia, which has relied on alliance-based defence with major countries such as the US, now has a more independent capability to safeguard its national security. This will have a major impact in terms of the preparedness of Australian ground forces to carry out missions on the battlefield. The receipt of the M1A2 SEP V3 tank is also not only about strengthening Australia's combat power, but also a step to strengthen defence cooperation with allied countries. In an Indo-Pacific region fraught with geopolitical tensions, having the ability to cooperate with major countries like the US in military operations is crucial. Australia, with the presence of this advanced tank, can now more easily coordinate in joint operations, both in dealing with threats from major countries and non-state threats. On the other hand, the procurement of this main battle tank is also a message to countries in the region that may feel threatened by China's growing military power. China is increasingly strengthening its military power in the region, both through the development of military infrastructure in the South China Sea and the development of new defense equipment, making countries like Australia feel the need to strengthen their defense capabilities. The presence of the Abrams M1A2 SEP V3 tank will be one of the balancing factors in maintaining the balance of power in the region. In addition, Australia is also one of the countries that focuses on modernizing its defense system. With the presence of this tank, Australia hopes to be better prepared to face future wars that are increasingly complex and multidimensional.